the Magic Millions. Skirt the wall has taken over and kicked away. Skirt the wall's in front and Skirt the wall's all too good. Skirt the wall's won by length and a half.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 330 and as always is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. This week we're going to look ahead to our large team of runners on Saturday for the Queensland Jewel race day at the Gold Coast and the Metro meeting here at Eagle Farm, and also Freedom Rally in the Ajax at Rosehill. Morning Tony, it's been a very character building week with Cyclone Alfred and lots of banding together to ensure the horses, staff and stables were all looked after.
Yeah, it was a good morning everyone. It was a weird weekend, I think.
Yes.
I think everyone in South East Queensland probably felt the same. We've all ended up relatively unscathed in the training centres, which has been great. Some other people obviously haven't with the flooding, etc. But the build-up to Alfred was quite remarkable, really. Having not been involved in a cyclone before, and not too many people down this far south have. So, yeah, it was an interesting week. It was an eerie feeling driving around the streets, coming to work those few days leading into what looked like being a cyclone, and then just the way everything was structured around to be ready for it. Look, I think it was pretty good. It had us all fairly well prepared. We obviously got a huge volume of rain, but the training centres in particular for us, Gold Coast and Brisbane, handled that rain really well. So as we saw yesterday at Eagle Farm, it was business as usual. Horses raced well and everyone banded together. And I want to pay special thanks to all our staff who braved a lot of the rain, the wind, and got here to look after these horses so that we could turn them out in good shape yesterday, and obviously for what is a massive day on Saturday with an awful amount of runners over the two metropolitan venues. So I want to thank all the staff. They did an amazing job last weekend 100%. In pretty treacherous conditions there at some points.
They did. Now, we will just announce our winner now of our latest promotion with the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. The prize is a racing package at the Novotel Brisbane Airport, which includes overnight accommodation, buffet breakfast for two in the Catalina restaurant, and a one-way transfer to the races. And the winner is?
Jason Sage.
Yes. Well done, Jason.
Yeah, Jason. I know Jason, good bloke, good guy. Jason and Kylie will I'm sure, utilise that. Toowoomba locals. Be able to come down here and Mr. Five Star, be able to put them up out there, and it's a cool prize. It is. Really good prize. So well done, guys. I'm sure it'll be well utilised. Maybe as early as not this weekend, next weekend. Yep. I heard it's so good. Who knows? That's
right. Well, congratulations, Jason. A representative of the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group will be in touch with your prize voucher. Now on to our previews. What we'll do this week with so many runners on Saturday, we'll look at the main races, and then Tony will give you his best chance for the whole day as usual in the final furlong. So firstly, we'll start at Rosehill on Saturday. The rail will be in the true position. The track is currently a soft 6 with mostly fine and warm days ahead. We have Freedom Rally in race 9, which is the Group 2 Ajax Stakes over the 1500 metres. He'll carry 56.5 kilos with Tommy Berry riding. Barrier 16 of 16. At the moment he is paying $11 to win, $3.60 for the place. It was a very good run last start, second up when he was 5th in the group run for charity over the 1400 at Eagle Farm, at Caulfield.
Yeah, he was terrific. He's had those couple of runs at Caulfield, and I just don't know whether he loved that venue either. As you know, Claire, it can be a tricky venue, Caulfield, for the Eastern Staters too, when you get there. I do think he was better his second go there, but he just couldn't accelerate around that bend. He has that bit of a habit of getting into a flat spot, this horse, and around Caulfield, that's just an absolute no-no for you. You've got to be able to travel around that corner and let go, and he was better second up there than what he was first up, but I think back at more familiar territory of Rosehill, back on his Eastern Seaboard leg, on his Queensland leg as we call it, I think you'll see even a better performance. I think the two weight for age runs have toughened him right up. I love seeing those weight for age horses go back to handicap races when their ratings allow them to, and his rating's perfect for this race. I feel he's over the odds. The barrier is not great, but if you look at this day, as history will show, which we won the Coolmore on this day with Crone.
We did.
Feels like an eternity ago now, but it's a distance, the 1500 at Rosehill, where you can draw wide. It's a really good start at the back straight there. And Tommy knows him well, rode him down there. He just never draws a gate, but he rides him well. He knows the horse, and I feel he's primed. For third up, it's the best he's been all prep, and forgetting about the gate, I think Tommy will ride him particularly well, and the horse will be very hard to beat.
Okay, on to Eagle Farm for Saturday. The rail will be in the 4.5 metre position. The track is currently a soft 7 with mostly fine conditions ahead.
The track is actually probably a soft 6 and possibly races a good 4, I'd say, unless we get showers close to the meeting. amazing track, half a metre of rain, race genuine soft yesterday, terrific surface. So I think the track will be unreal. 4 metre rail, good rail. They might just come a smidgen off fence in the straight. We saw a 10 metre rail there on Wednesday. They races really true to fence, can be anywhere. I'm tipping just a couple off fence on Saturday.
Okay, we've picked out 3 races to preview, and we're going to start with race 5, which is the benchmark 85 handicap over the 1200 metres. We have 3 runners in this. We'll start with Brereton, who's relieving himself right now, right on cue. Go Dermy. 60.5 kilos he'll carry with Ryan Maloney riding, barrier 9. He's paying $9 to win and $3.10 for the place. Was winding up late first up over the 1000 at Eagle Farm, out to 1200 metres here, and a good second up record.
He has got a good second up record, and you can see why, the shape of the horse. He's a little nugget.
Yeah.
I'd done a bit with him getting ready for his first up run, but he just drew awkward at the 1000. I had to sort of go a little bit negative on him early, and they really run home quick last 600 in that first up run. I thought he was great through the line.
Yep.
The query is the 1200. He hasn't won at the trip, but you swear off his first up run in much better grade than this that he wants the 1200. So I see enough pressure here if he can jump and just find the back of that speed. I think in the grade he's in, he's very well placed. I'm not worried about the weight with him. He'll carry the weight. The horse is in really, really good nick. So I think he's quite hard to beat, to be fair.
Okay, the second runner we'll talk about is Black Max, 56.5 kilos with Emily Lang's 2 kilo claim. Black Max has drawn barrier 1 and is paying $13 to win and $4 for the place. He is first up on Saturday and is yet to win first up in 4 tries. Had a quiet trial and a jump out to get ready.
Yeah, he's ready to go to the races. Howley will be pretty happy if that track comes up a good 4, because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He definitely wants good ground. At 1200, he's probably just back off him and running on. He's better when he gets out to that 1400 metres. I was nearly going to go first up 1400 with him, but just with the setback we had last weekend with the rain, I just wasn't quite comfortable enough to do that. He'll run particularly well. I think he's going good, but he'd be better when he gets out over that bit further. Okay,
the third runner is Daytona, 56.5 kilos. Luke Dempsey rides, barrier 3. He's paying $17 to win and $5 for the place. Tried to come from the longest route, well back first up at Durban, and did finish off okay.
He was okay. I think you'll see him run much better. He's way over the odds here. He'll be ridden in the second half of the field and find the line. I think Dempsey will suit him. He'll go through horses, no worries. Eagle Farm will suit him. He is way over the odds, in my opinion.
Okay, and Jeremy on top?
I think he goes on top. The query is the 1200. I don't think we can have him much better than what he is. He's in really good nick.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. Okay, we go to race 6 now, which is the open handicap over the 1000 metres. Situation Room will run in this with 54 kilos with Emily Lang's 2 kilo claim. He's drawn barrier 4 and is paying $10 to win and $2.80 for the place. He is first up, and it does have a good first up record for 5 starts for 2 wins and 3 placings. Had a solid jump out at Doomben a fortnight ago.
I'll give him a good break after his last prep to bring him back for this probably time before the winter. I think he's pretty well placed actually to run well. He's over the odds as well. On his Winter Carnival form, he ran in those good 1000 metre races against all the really good sprinters, and I think he maps to get a beautiful run here. Emily's riding good shape, good form. I think he bounces out, settles just behind what looks to be a quick enough speed and runs really well. I'm not worried about match practice with him. I think he's nice and fit. He's ready to go, and he's a definite top 3 hope.
Okay. We go down to race 7 now, which is the cutest 2-year-old handicap over the 1000 metres. We have 2 in this. Impervious is the first one, and she'll carry 58.5 kilos. Noel Callow riding, barrier 8. She's paying $6 to win and $2.10 for the place. She was a winner on debut and then a solid third last start at Doomben in the cutest Jewel Prelude over the 1110.
Yeah, I thought she probably should have won the other day. Probably shouldn't have handed the lead up once we wanted to ride her with a bit of cover, but the way the race shaped, we would be better off staying where we were. We let the 7-1 shot cross us, then we couldn't get out at a crucial time. She's going really well. She's probably just deep enough into her first racing prep is my only concern. Callow Suitary riding good form yesterday here at Eagle Farm. Obviously, off only a few meetings back off a injury let up, I think Noel was, or something. I don't know, there's something wrong with him. He was out for a bit, but he finds form quickly. Maps quite well. He had a lot of unraced horses here not knowing speed, but I'd imagine she just lobs up behind speed somewhere, and I think Eagle Farm 1000's ideal for her.
Okay, the second runner we have is before anyone else. She'll carry 54.5 kilos with Emily Lang's 2 kilo claim, and she's drawn barrier 11. She's paying $4.60 to win and $1.75 for the place. Was an impressive 900 metre trial winner 2 weeks ago at the Gold Coast in the fastest of the 4 2-year-old heats that run that day.
Sharp filly, fit filly, ready to go to the races. Really nice filly. I'm not too worried about the draw. I think she bounces, puts herself on speed, not knowing the exact tempo of this race. Thanks, mate. That was awesome. Right on cue. Not knowing the exact tempo of this race, I think she rolls herself up on speed and runs really, really well here.
Jeez, he's
don't
made
know
a
how
mess.
to split them, to be honest. Yeah, he has. He really wants the attention again. I don't know how to split these two. I think I see before anyone else rolling right up on tempo, and Pervious just behind it, running on. Both nice 2-year-olds. I'm going to sit on the fence.
Now we go down the M1 to the Queensland Jewel Twilight meeting at the Gold Coast. The rail will be in the true position. The track is currently a heavy 8 with only a shower or 2 forecast for the coming days.
Yeah, I don't know. The track down there, it hasn't got the same health as this track here has. It's the same sort of profile with that sand profile, so it will drain. What worries me down there is just the health of the grass system. It's still a young track. It's still consolidating, basically, is what the words I'm probably wanting to use. So I do think it will rip up a little bit, so it's hard to know exactly. I think it'll race better than it looks.
Yep.
But I do see some shift in the surface.
Okay, we're going to look at our runners in the 2 feature races, and the first of those is race 5, which is the Military Rose for the fillies and mares over the 1100 metres. We have 2 runners in this. We'll start with Liquor, who'll carry 57.5 kilos. Angela Jones riding barrier 1. She's paying $6.50 to win and $2.30 for the place. Tough first up winner at Ipswich from the front at the same distance, and she's won the last 3 times Angela's ridden her.
Yeah, she's impressive mare. Her preparation's gone great into this. Low draw is important to her. She'll jump and roll up on speed. Whatever's in front of her in the run will be going too quick, I would think. She's a rolling sort of mare. Doesn't have to lead to win, but she's a good, tough on speed horse. I think she's well placed. Ground won't worry her. She'll handle that sort of whatever ground they got there. That's sort of loose, soft ground won't bother her. I think she's well placed.
Okay, the second runner is Mighty. She'll carry 52 kilos. CJ Graham rides barrier 8, and she's paying $4.40 to win and $1.80 for the place. She's a former 2-year-old for our stable that's returned to us after 15 months with the Moody stable in Melbourne. She's now 4 and was a Metro winner last start at Sandown Lakeside. Yeah,
coming off a win too. So Pete and his team did a good job with her down there. I think she won her first start at the Gold Coast, back from memory, this filly. So she's been to the coast before. How do I see her? Her pattern now is just to be smothered up behind them, and there's plenty of speed for her. I know Moods was of the opinion 1100s as far as what she goes, but I think if they can win a Sandown over 1,000, they'll get the 1100 at the Gold Coast. She maps beautifully. I can see why the market's found her. She's well weighted and she maps so well. There is good pressure in this race. Liquor's going to have a few friends up on speed with her, and this filly, she should smother away midfield third pair and be really good to the line. She's the map horse in the race. If you look through the race, what the runs they're going to get, some of the other favoured horses are drawn deep and they're going to have to do work, like Chinny Boom, etc. They're quality horses, but they're going to have to do a bit of work. I think she just gets that lovely run behind speed, and she's been down the Gold Coast. She's trained locally there. I sent her down there a couple of weeks ago now, and she's settled in really well. So everything's set up for her to race well. I'm going to sit on the fence like in the 2-year-old race with these twos. I like them both.
Yep.
Both nice mares. It'll just be how that race shapes.
Okay, race 6 is the cutest 2-year-old Jewel over the 1200 metres. We have Boom Shanker in this. She'll carry 55 kilos with Angela Jones riding barrier 13. She's paying $7.50 to win at the moment and $2.60 for the place. Was a close second on debut 6 weeks ago at Doomben over the 1200 metres, but has a little bit of a sticky draw. Yeah,
she's had a jump out or trial in between, so it's not like I've waited. I drew wide and scratched her in the prelude to this day. Wanted to save my eggs up for this race, and I've drawn wide again. We'll have to throw caution to the wind here. We'll go forward. She's got natural gate speed. She can be adaptable. If they want to go too quick, she can tuck in behind them, but we'll have to take matters into our own hands early and put her handlebars down a little bit that first half furlong and get her into the race. She's going really well. She's very fit, very ready. I think she's improved physically. She looks better. Her coat's come on, and her demeanour, she's really settled into being a racehorse. So you'll see a lot better version of her than what you saw 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
But she'll have to overcome that sticky draw. But look, we don't know how that track's really going to play yet. And lucky that race is a bit deep into the card. So
you can figure it out.
I see her running good. She's just got to overcome the gate.
Yeah. Okay, before we reach the final furlong, let's announce the winner of our $200 gift voucher with our new apparel partner, Dynasty Sports online store. If you like NRL, they produce gear for the Titans, Manly, the Cowboys and the Warriors. The Wars. The winner is?
The Waz. Wow. I don't think this winner will want a Waz jersey.
No, probably not.
Just putting that out there. Lexi Neal, well done. Another good man.
Yep.
Two good blokes have won both the things today, so well done.
Well done.
Well done, Lexi. You'll enjoy that. I don't know which team you support, but
hopefully it's one of those four.
Yeah, if it was my choice, it'd be a Cows jersey, but they want to improve a bit off of their first round thumping, that's for sure.
True. Well, congratulations, Lex. A representative of Dynasty Sports will be in touch with your prize voucher. Okay, we are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who is your best Metropolitan winning chance or chances on Saturday?
Yeah, I think on the weekend we've got a stack of each way chances. Very competitive racing between the three venues we're at. My best winning chance, I'm going to go with Arisphere.
Okay.
I think she's going really, really well. 1000's really suitable for her. Last preparation, she just went from here to here and she's come back better again. So I'll probably go Arisphere as my best winning chance first up at the 1000 at the Gold Coast.
And your best each way chance?
I think there's a few good each way chances. I really like him, Brereton, each way. But Freedom Rally is my best each way chance in Sydney. I think he's going absolutely terrific. Well, I know he's going terrific, and he's my best each way chance.
Okay, now another big race for us on Saturday is at the Provincials, the Tony Gollan Memorial 2-year-old handicap over 1200 metres in Toowoomba, with Making News to line up for us. What do you think of her chances?
Yeah, terrific. It'll only be a pretty small field, I'd imagine, this year. The distance is just a bit tricky for these 2-year-olds at this time, but Making News is a good filly, run behind the race of Boomshanker, run second in. Just found it a bit much for her first up. I think she's improved. Well, I know she's improved significantly. She's trialled really well in between. She's in good order. She's come on a lot, this filly. She's definitely the right horse for a race like that. Toowoomba, obviously being not a local now, it's a bit tricky for them up and down the hill and around the way the track plays there. But she's the right horse for that race. We won that race last year, I think. Boomtown Boss.
Yep.
Nice horse, and this is a nice filly.
Okay. Any other good chances at the Provincials? We've got the Sunny Coast on Sunday and Bow Desert on Monday.
No, there's a bunch of chances there, but let's just see what the barriers do. I think she'd be my best chance at the Provincials Making News. Really like her.
Okay, your best track worker this week?
Well, it's just a week of getting things done, wasn't it? Tuesday was about between the Gold Coast and here. We're able to get all our horses worked in the manner which I wanted to, which was good, but nothing was hard. Hard work. It was just nice tick over work. So I'm pleased with the preparation of all horses. One thing that was very refreshing yesterday at Eagle Farm getting the winners is that the model in which we done things over that period, I think it worked really well, and I think the punters out there can support our horses with confidence this weekend going forward. Okay.
Now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. Cav did camp out at the stables for a few nights when Alfie made his appearance. So let's hear about his experience and also his multi for the weekend.
Welcome to Cav's Corner. Last week we had none of this. Cav's Corner last week. We were here fighting off Cyclone Alfred. Set up camp here at the stables for 4 days. Air beds, air fryers. And I've never experienced wind and rain like Saturday night that we had here. But we fought off Alfred and we lived to see another day. So this week we're going to go to Eagle Farm for the tips. We're going to go Balance the Books a place into Brereton a place. And I hope you followed me last week or the week before with a little place bet. Good punting, guys.
I wouldn't have liked to have walked in and seen Craig sprawled out on the airbed.
I think he scared Alfred away.
I think
he was a good guard dog for Alfred. I think Alfred decided to decrease when he knew that he was here.
Yes. Well, what do you think of his multi? Balance the Book a place into Brereton a place.
Yeah, she's a quality filly. Balance the Books. I'd probably prefer it if it was 1,000 for her, but maybe that's just me being a little bit nervous. 1,200 fresh up, but she's a good filly. She's trialled really well. She's above average. So, we took some nice maidens to Eagle Farm yesterday. And she's a really nice maidener in that race, first starter on Saturday. So yeah, I like it. Brereton, I think he runs top 3 because he's better than benchmark 85 grade, and the weight he's got to carry tells us that. So no, I think that's a good multi. Okay,
well, good luck on Saturday, Tony. Good chances at Rosehill, Eagle Farm, Gold Coast, and Toowoomba.
Yeah, big weekend ahead. Team's gonna have to really work hard again this week between all the venues, but. I think, as you saw yesterday, you can punt on our horses with confidence that they will race very well again.
Okay, best of luck to everyone over the weekend.